Aespa has just revealed plans for their next big release. After wrapping up activities for their latest single Dirty Work, the group is set to return on September 5th with their 6th mini-album titled Rich Man. This new project will feature 6 tracks, with the title song sharing the same name as the album. To build anticipation, they dropped an intro video that starts with a striking image of an electric guitar surrounded by lightning rods before flashing the album's title and the bold message, "I am enough as I am a rich man." From both the teaser and the promotional poster, it looks like they're leaning into a rock and roll inspired style, which has fans buzzing with excitement as they wait to see what's next. BTS were also rumored to have a comeback with a special project. On August 3rd, news broke that the group recorded a never-released Michael Jackson track for a tribute album. These songs actually date back to 2006, when Jackson spent the summer in Ireland living with his family in a converted cowshed. He had been working on new music with some top collaborators, including producer Rodney Jerkins and rapper Nephew, who had flown in just for the project, but it was left unfinished when he eventually left the country. Unfortunately, he passed away 3 years later. However, Patty Dunning, who runs Grouse Lodge Studios, where Jackson stayed during that time, revealed that work on the tribute album picked up again last year. He confirmed that BTS visited the studio to record one of the tracks originally intended for the King of Pop, making this project even more exciting. According to MJ Vibe, the fan site that reported additional details, the album isn't just about one song, as it's set to include roughly 10 more tracks Jackson worked on during his stay in Ireland. To add to it all, there will also be a documentary giving a closer look at Jackson's time in Ireland and the story behind these hidden songs. Fans and netizens couldn't hide their excitement, leaving comments like, "That's amazing," and "Wow, Michael Jackson's unreleased songs, that's crazy." However, Big Hit just recently denied everything. They stated that the members weren't involved in the tribute album in any capacity and said that they had never visited the recording studio in Ireland, as mentioned by the press, putting an end to the rumors. Everglow is coming back, but not in the way fans expected, and Yuehua Entertainment seems to be at the center of it. It's been almost 3 months since some of the members left the company, reassuring everyone that the group hadn't disbanded. Soon after, reports began spreading that Everglow would continue promotions as a 4-member group starting in September under a new agency, with Mia and Yiren no longer part of the lineup. At first, fans weren't sure how true any of this was, so they waited for the members to speak up, and that confirmation came quickly. Yiren addressed the situation herself through her Instagram broadcast channel, making it clear that she wouldn't be taking part in the group's comeback. She explained that she's still bound by her contract with Yuehua, which is why she can't join the other members in their upcoming activities. She wrote, "I'm still at the company, and Mia won't be able to work as Everglow with the kids due to personal reasons. I still have a contract with the company. Please support the activities of 6 of us in the future." Mia also opened up in a heartfelt message, explaining that she and Yiren had actually planned to share the news themselves at a later time, but it ended up being leaked before they could. She confirmed that she won't be continuing with the group, but promised fans that she isn't giving up on performing, asking everyone to keep supporting both her and the remaining members in whatever comes next. Her words quickly sparked plenty of speculation. Some fans believe her time in the group had been deeply difficult because of how the company treated her, leading her to pursue a solo path. Others think she might be waiting for Yiren's contract to end so they could return together. Of course, these are only guesses. Mia chose not to share the full story right now, and whatever her reasons or future plans may be, what matters most is that she knows fans will stand by her no matter what. Yiren's situation is especially concerning. Since Yuehua won't allow her to take part in Everglow's comeback, fans worry the company is punishing her for the other members not renewing their contracts. Many fear she might be sidelined completely, stuck away from any activities until her contract finally ends. Even Anda hinted that it wasn't really Yiren's decision to step back, which made fans think she's quietly blaming the company for how things turned out. Twitter user wrote, "Mind you, it was Yiren who exposed Yuehua herself and wanted to stay with Everglow, yet she's still bound with that company because of the Chinese contract. She literally got the worst outcome right now." There's also been a lot of speculation about how much longer Yiren's contract with Yuehua might last. Some say Chinese contracts tend to be longer, which means she could be stuck under it for another 3 to 4 years before she's free to join Everglow's activities again. It's a tough situation for her and the rest of the group, and honestly, all we can do now is hope for the best and wish them luck as they move forward. ITZY Yuna recently sparked a lot of buzz over rumors that she might be using hip pads. Recently, the group was in Taipei as special guests for a baseball game where they showed support for one of the teams and performed fan favorites like Wannabe, Not Shy, Dalla Dalla, and Girls Will Be Girls. While their performances caught plenty of eyes, the biggest topic online wasn't the music, it was Yuna. Fans and netizens closely examined her hips and started saying they looked unusually large. This quickly led to speculation that she either wore hip pads or had hip fillers, with a viral post on Pan saying, "I honestly thought Yuna's hips were naturally wide. Even after all the buzz about the ITZY University festival recently, I never once thought it could be fillers." But after seeing this, it suddenly makes sense. Some people blame JYP Entertainment stylists, saying they gave Yuna hip pads that made her hips look unnatural, even though many believe her body looks great just the way it is. These critics also took aim at ITZY fans, accusing them of trying to defend Yuna by insisting her hips are natural, which some say only makes the whole issue bigger than it needs to be. One comment put it bluntly, "Her fans need to stop insisting it's natural, they are setting her up." On the other side, plenty of netizens pushed back against the whole conversation. They called it misogynistic and questioned why anyone would waste so much energy scrutinizing the body of a young woman in her 20s. For them, the debate just seemed unnecessary and unfair. As a netizen pointed out, "Have you ever seen male communities argue for years about whether a male celebrity had plastic surgery and harass him to over it? Whether Yuna actually had fillers or was wearing hip pads, the whole situation doesn't deserve the intense scrutiny it's getting online. People zooming in on her body, debating what looks real or fake, feels over the top and unnecessary. What really matters is the incredible performances ITZY delivered at the event, and focusing on that would be far more positive and meaningful than obsessing over something so trivial." ALLDAY PROJECT's appearance at KCON LA didn't sit well with many fans and critics alike. Even though the group only debuted recently, they've already become one of the most talked about and controversial names in the industry. The main reason behind this controversy is the repeated accusations of cultural appropriation involving Lee Chaewon, better known as Tarzan. Criticism around him began even before the group's debut and has never really faded. Despite fans repeatedly demanding the Black label step in, whether to educate Chaewon or remove him from the group, the company has stayed silent so far. Knowing this, when ALLDAY PROJECT showed up at KCON LA, international fans didn't miss their chance to express their frustration. First, their red carpet appearance quickly became a hot topic, with Chaewon at the center of the backlash. His outfit, a simple white shirt, black pants, and chains, wasn't what drew the criticism. Instead, it was his braided hairstyle that sparked controversy. This wasn't exactly a surprise, since Chaewon has often been seen sporting hairstyles that many find inappropriate or culturally insensitive. However, some had hoped that, since they were heading to America, he might change his look to avoid stirring up more issues, but that didn't happen. His braids remained, reigniting the ongoing debate and disappointment among fans and observers. A Twitter user said, "The audacity to do this after saying the N-word a few days ago, like something is genuinely wrong with this man." To add to that, as Chaewon walked the red carpet, fans visibly ignored him, making it clear they weren't happy to see him. There were even reports that someone shouted at him to stop using the N-word, adding fuel to the fire. But unfortunately for ALLDAY PROJECT, this was just the beginning of the backlash, as they were about to face even more intense criticism. According to people who were at the event, ALLDAY PROJECT faced a mostly unresponsive crowd during their performance. In fact, their energy barely sparked any reaction from the audience. One clip shows them performing their song Wicked, but the crowd remains mostly still and quiet, with very little cheering or movement. There was also a video, though possibly edited, showing Chaewon greeting the crowd and getting boos in return. However, one person claimed that while Chaewon didn't get as strong a reaction as another member, the audience didn't actually boo him. On top of that, his solo merch didn't sell well either, with his merch box reportedly remaining full. Despite these mixed reactions, international fans felt that those attending the event could have done more to show their disappointment and disapproval of Chaewon's behavior and the negative image he represents. Many believe the crowd missed a chance to take a stronger stand against the controversy. One netizen posted, "K-pop really has lost their receipts, cause back in my day, Tarzan would have received the biggest black ocean in history at KCON LA." Fans quickly pointed out the double standards at play, reminding everyone how Kiss of Life was rightfully pulled from the lineup for KCON over their controversial livestream. Knowing this, it raised eyebrows that ALLDAY PROJECT was still part of the event, especially since Chaewon's actions show little regard for those he offends. What do you think of the reactions they got? Were they deserved or not? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching!